Welcome to the 2025 season recap for Vestal football. This year, the team finished with a regular season record of 5-5. The team went on to play in the sectional semifinal, sadly coming up short. The team is saying goodbye to 15 seniors. Good luck in the future. Stay tuned for interviews, highlights, and more. Go Bears!
My name is Jake Spalik, and I'm the varsity football coach. We have a good time in practice. We crack a lot of jokes, and we have some fun in the locker room. And I think, obviously there's a time and place to have some fun and a time and place to be serious, and our team does a good job of kind of walking that line. And football's supposed to be fun, and I think our guys have a lot of fun. And I know us as a coaching staff's having a lot of fun, and we certainly love our players. And those guys like to test us, especially the offensive line. Guys like Lay and Potter certainly like to test our patience a little bit, but we have a lot of fun with them. And we just want to play as long as we can, and like I said, for our seniors, and keep the season going for them.
I don't know. Just the camaraderie between all of us. There's no really beef. We all just all are one big team, and we always are communicating with each other.
Like a family, it's just a big group of guys. We're all super close, and we like to work hard.
Together for many years now, football, and I think we're really comfortable, and it helps us be successful.
Chemistry this year, it's great. Everyone's together and everyone's really focused on football and everyone's having a great time.
Eating right, drinking right, make sure we get the Pedialyte in. Game one, played Corcoran, we had about 6 or 7 cramps. So drinking right and eating right is definitely important, Getting music in, listening to a little Rio, getting after it.
First game of the year, we had 6 or 7 cramps. So in the first game, so my routine changed to prevent cramps. So now I'm just chugging water throughout the day, electrolytes, and a couple bananas. And then pre-game, go home, lay down for a little bit, get out there, stretch, do my thing.
So I'll come home from school. I drink some, water, electrolytes, a banana, nothing big, nothing, crappy for you. And then I'll go to the locker room, I'll have my music in the car, and then it's usually rock or rap, And then I get in the locker room, I have my headphones on, I get ready, I do my stretches, I go out before everyone else, do my stretches, my kicking workouts, and then, just get locked in for game time, don't mess around.
In the morning, waking up, feeling ready, and also definitely drinking a lot of Pedialyte, because that's a really important thing for me, is not cramping. Our first game against Corcoran, we had about 6 or 7 cramps, and it's important to stay hydrated.
I'd probably say my greatest inspiration was my grandpa. He played football at Vestal, and he's a hard-working guy and a good person.
Greatest inspiration is probably Patrick Mahomes. He's my favorite player. I wear his number, and I absolutely love watching him on TV. It gives me something to look forward to every Sunday.
I'd say probably my dad, because he's always watching my game, no matter what, and he's always there to give me tips on anything that I need to do better, or pick me back up if I had a bad game or anything.
Be Tom Brady, he's a GOAT. That's why I started liking football, and just the way he carries himself, the way he plays the game.
Your core foundations, your core beliefs, your offensive and defensive fundamentals that you teach early on in camp, having things that you can lean on when you get into some adverse situations. I think about the first game of the year versus Corcoran. We came in with a game plan offensively, a very specific game plan that gave us a totally different defense. Scored 6 points in the first half. Our kids did a great job adapting, scoring 34 points in the second half. And that all stems from having good technique, having good football IQ, having those core things that you can lean on, when you get in those tough situations.
And going back and looking at our mistakes, we talk it out. We're all very close, as teammates and coaches, we make the little tweaks.
We, look over things in film. I think that's a huge part for our team, is to just, figure out what we did wrong and then ultimately correct those things, and those things will help us, be successful throughout the week.
Looking back on film, experiencing what we did wrong, and then the next week against our next opponent, we fix those flaws we had, and we work and adapt, and we talk and communicate with each other, and yeah.
We need to address what we do wrong, but while we're addressing it, we also need to drop it and not get in our heads, because in football there's probably 150 plays in a game, and if you're stuck on one play for the whole entire game, you're just not going to do good the rest of the game. It's just not going to be great.
At the beginning of the season came from kind of being overlooked a little bit. Obviously we graduated a lot of key contributors, guys that did a lot of big things for us last year, and having new guys step up. I think there were a lot of people on the outside that kind of counted us out early on, and kind of looked at us as having a rebuilding year. So I think early on we had that chip on our shoulder to kind of prove people wrong, and now our motivation stems from wanting to play for the seniors and getting them as many games as we can, and continuing this run into the postseason.
Just by looking at it week to week, each game we come in with a new mindset and ready to get after it.
I think we rely on each other to stay motivated, Also our record, and honestly our student section at Vestal, I really think they really help us, and they make us want to win really bad.
I think the seniors are a big part of that. Like, they're always just getting us going and keeping us motivated, and then also just like even the den. Like, the den's just always hype, keeping us motivated during games, and yeah. I mean, we keep always picking each other up, motivating each other, and just looking to win every week.
Practice is huge. Just being repetitive at practice, but repetitive in a good way. Change, well, not necessarily repetitive, because you need to change what you need to change, but just grow throughout the season and the things that you need to get better at.
Yeah, the seniors, I'm extremely thankful for. They're a great group. Most of our seniors are on the offensive or defensive line this year. We have a lot of fun with that group, but that's always the group that you lean on, the O&D line, and those guys have had some great leadership, and like I said, a lot of guys were in and out of the program this last year, and for them to stick it out and be guys that we can lean on, especially in the run game and offensively and defensively, and being as physical as they've been, and they've been the group that we've coached the hardest, and they'd be the first to tell you that. We're tough on them, but just very appreciative of them for their leadership and what they've done for the program.
Seniors have been really important. Just, their leadership and experience has helped a lot of, younger guys, but also just like, making practices easy and games fun.
Definitely, they're big leaders on the team. They're always keeping us motivated, always making sure we're doing the right things on and off the field, and yeah.
Let's go.